Hello everyone. In the few couple of videos we are discussing about the space segment, and in this video also we are going to look into the attitude and orbit control subsystem. Attitude control. The attitude of a satellite is just its orientation in space. And what is the need of attitude control? It has to accomplish the following things. First of all, it has to ensure that the directional antennas are correctly pointing in the proper direction so that the transmission and reception can be performed appropriately. And it has to make sure that the earth sensing instruments are correctly covering the required regions in case of earth environmental satellites, which means it has to make sure that the earth sensing instruments are appropriately covering the required coverage areas of the earth, and it has to keep the solar arrays pointed towards the sun so that the solar array can get energy from the sunlight. Then disturbance talks. These are the forces which can alter the attitude, and these forces should be controlled. So these forces can be categorized into two, external and internal. Gravitational fields of the earth and the moon, solar radiation and meteorite impacts, these are coming under the external forces, and internal forces are motor bearing friction, movement of satellite elements such as antennas. And these are the parameters to be known to control the attitude of a satellite. First of all, we have to know the measurement of satellite's orientation in space, and we have to know the measure of satellite's tendency to shift, that is, under which circumstances the satellite can drift from its position or drift from its orbit. Okay, so that means satellite's tendency to shift. Horizon detectors. These are the infrared sensors which are used to detect the rim of the earth in space. That is, rim means border or edge of the earth in space. Here, it will take the center of the earth as the reference point, and four sensors will be placed at each quadrant of the earth. Therefore, if there is any shift in the orientation of a satellite, then it will be detected by at least any one of the sensor. Then the sensor will generate a control signal which activates a torque or force for restoring the orientation of the satellite. The control signals for attitude control can also be generated from an earth station which will execute an attitude maneuver. RPY axis, roll, pitch and yaw axis. These three axes are very important in attitude control. A satellite's attitude is defined by these three axes which are known as roll, pitch and yaw axis. See this diagram. Roll axis will be perpendicular to yaw and pitch axis, and pitch axis will be normal to the orbital plane, and yaw axis will be directed towards the earth center. This is the pictorial representation of RPY axis in case of geostationary orbit. Here the roll axis is tangential to the orbit. For an equatorial orbit, if the satellite moves about the roll axis, then the antenna footprint will be moved from north and south. And if the satellite moves about pitch axis, then the antenna footprint will be moved from east and west. And if the antenna moves about the yaw axis, then the antenna footprint will be rotated. See, this is the basic attitude control system. This is the structure. Here, any change in the attitude or position of the satellite is detected by sensors. These sensors should have good resolution for better pointing accuracy of the spacecraft. They can either be optical sensors or radio frequency sensors. The detected change is compared with the reference from which an error signal is derived. This error signal is used to command corrections. Then the corrections take place by different methods. So these are the corrective methods, attitude control methods, and categorized into two types: passive attitude control and active attitude control. In passive, it uses some mechanisms to stabilize the satellite without using energy supply, and overall stabilizing torque will be applied. And here in active attitude control, corrective torques are applied against the disturbance torques and there is no overall stabilizing torque. Okay, and the example for passive attitude control is spin stabilization and gravity gradient stabilization. And for active attitude control, momentum wheels method, electromagnetic coils method, mass expulsion devices method. These are the examples for active attitude control.